Hello, it's a Saturday night, and I wanted to quickly pop on and talk to you about some different types of testing, non-medical. So the last video I did was talking about some of the medical tests that are out there. This time, I wanted to talk about the ones that are the opposite. Let me just share my screen. All right. So here are some of the non-medical types of testing methods that are available. So the first one is developed by Dr. Reinhold Boll from Germany, and this is known as EAV, or electroacupuncture, according to Boll, and it involves something as simple as holding a rod, and let's say this is my rod, and it's connected to computer software, and the practitioner then has another rod, which is a pointer, and they use that and they touch certain acupuncture points on the hand or the feet, and they get readings. And you can test different substances, whether it is food, whether it's environmental, and see what the computer comes back with. And there's a couple of different companies out there. Another name is called Vega Testing. There's Orion. There's computerized electrodermal screening. There's a company called Avatar. There's Zyto. There's Bioscan. There's Asira. There's Best. There's AOScan. There's so many different ones. The next one is called Applied Kinesiology, and this is developed by Dr. George Goodhart, and involves, and is also known as the muscle response test. And what you do in these situations is you take a particular substance, whether it's an actual substance or something in a digital vial, and you would hold it up to the body. And then you'd isolate a particular muscle and you test that muscle. And if that muscle has a change in strength in terms of weakening, then that substance is a potential issue for you. It also depends on the practitioner's skill level. Then there's the heart rate and the pulse test. And in this situation, what you would do is you would basically get a baseline in terms of your heart rate over the period of a week. And once you've established that, what you would do then is take the offending food or suspect food, put it under your tongue, and wait and measure your heart rate again. If the heart rate goes up, then that is a stressor for you and an issue. Now, if someone is a very anxious person and gets stressed out over these types of things very easily, or has too many sensitivities, then that's probably not a good test to use for them. Then there's another one called radionics, and that one involves taking a DNA sample for the testing. So that would be like a hair sample or nail clippings. And the last one is the elimination. So sometimes medically they would make those suggestions as well in terms of doing an elimination diet. So this kind of overlaps both. And again, you take everything out of your diet and slowly over a period of time and one thing at a time back and see how your body responds. Other times you do the opposite, where you slowly take one at a time out and see what happens. So if you have a lot of substances that you have an issue with, then it can be a little bit tedious and takes a little bit of time to go through. So those are all the different types of non-medical testing. So naturopaths or other health practitioners would tend to use these sorts of things. So if you're interested in looking more into these options, then you can do so. I do the applied kinesiology, and I also have the EAV, and I can even help people with the elimination. So, and actually radionics is also another option. They're all kind of similar in terms of how they work. So again, those are some of the testing types. for non-medical. So hopefully you found that useful. And I'm going to stop sharing and have a great night. Talk to you soon.